Hey, guess what? I spend thousands of dollars on Labo fragrances, so you don't have to. As you can tell, I own so many from the brand and I have repurchased and some of these have been refilled. Well, in today's video, I'm going to tell you about 5 amazing Labo alternatives on the market, ones that I think are selling for a fantastic price and they smell very close to the original. So I'm eager to share this list with you in just a second, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on these 5 affordable alternatives to very popular Labo fragrances, I'll tell you what I think about them, why I enjoy them, why they do so well, and kind of give you more or less the price tag of each one of these. I want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So, Labo is one of those brands where, let's face it, they're awesome, right? Like the laboratory aesthetic, the cool sort of personalized experience. You put your name on the label and they're available at Saks and you can find them all over the place. I have visited the boutique at 233 Elizabeth Street in the Soho neighborhood of Manhattan way too many times to count. And as you can tell, I have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on Labo fragrances. I love the brand. I truly do, right? They have something to offer for everybody, whether we're talking about Patchouli 24, which is dark and brooding, or Cuir 28, which is this dark, expressive vetiver leather fragrance, Bergamot 22, which is a very bright, citrusy, refreshing fragrance. It doesn't matter. They all have something really special to offer, but we can't shell out, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, especially for 100 mil, because the 100 mils are very expensive, which is why you see I have mostly 50 mils, which at the time used to be like 145, and I know the price has gone up significantly since then. Here are 5 alternatives that you can check out in place of the real thing. 22 Shades of Bergamot by the Dua brand. So this one is their take on Bergamot 22. So very bright, citrusy, refreshing. So I actually have 2 bottles of Bergamot 22. I have this one and then I have it somewhere else here. If I take my time to look for it, I'm going to waste a whole video on it. Here it is. But this one smells so similar to it, right? I have a lot of experience with Bergamot 22. I've done so many videos on it. It's one of my favorite summer fragrances. It's made its way in several summer lists. The Dua alternative is incredible. I love Bergamot 22, and 22 Shades of Bergamot comes very close to the original. And of course, a lot of Dua fragrances, whether it's part of the DDL line, the Dua designer line, it sells for like 33 bucks. This one, I'm not sure. It might be a little more than 33. Wait for the weekends. That's always when they're running promotions. Bergamot 22's interpretation of, or the Dua interpretation of Bergamot 22 is absolutely amazing. So please check that one out. By Dossier. So Dossier has made so many interpretations of, Labo products, one of them being Floral Rose. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I love Rose 31. I think it's an amazing fragrance. It's kind of hard to get along with, and it's not for everybody. It's a very spicy rose that has cumin in it, and some people out there, for whatever reason, have an aversion to spices, and cumin is one of those spices where it's kind of hit or miss for a lot of people. But this one, let me spray it. I haven't worn this in a long time. Yeah, so I love the way that it smells. Very exotic, it's sensual, it's mysterious, but the rose also adds this element of romance. So it's a very mysterious, like 1001 Arabian Nights type of a DNA. Oh, it's beautiful. But again, I can't recommend it to everybody. So I would even put it at the end of the list, if I'm being honest with you, just because, well, I don't want to change the order now, but this is a beautiful fragrance for me at least, but it's not one that I can safely recommend to everybody. Musky Gaiac. So this is their version of Gaiac 10 by Labo, which is Justin Bieber's signature scent. So for this fragrance, olibanum, which is frankincense. So there's incense in here, there's sandalwood, there's cedarwood, there's Gaiac wood. Actually, there's no sandalwood. My mistake. There is Gaiac wood, there is cedarwood, and then you also have musks in the dry down. So this is a very smooth, woodsy scent with an earthy texture, and it's a very grounding, meditative scent. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is probably one of the easiest Le Labo fragrances to recommend. You think about some of the heavier fragrances like Vetiver 46, Patchouli 24, Oud 27. Those are really daring. Gaiac 10 is super easy to recommend. And of course, musky Gaiac being an alternative to it is also amazing. In the number 2 spot, we have Citrus Tea. Now, this is their version of Thé Noir 29, which is a black tea based fragrance. This one has fig, black tea, bergamot, bay leaf, tobacco, jasmine, vetiver, cedarwood, muscat, peach, and incense. And of course, sitting on the proverbial throne in this olfactory composition is the black tea. This is so relaxing, so meditative, so tranquil. It reminds me of just, staying indoors, reading a good book, relaxing, maybe by the fireplace. It's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fragrance. My goodness, Citrus Tea is probably one of the easiest fragrances to recommend. And I think it's in the wheelhouse of like 30 to 40 bucks. I don't think you're going to pay any more than that for it. So a lot of dossier fragrances are within that price range, right? So you're not going to find any dossier over 50 bucks. At least I don't think so. Maybe some. But as far as these fragrances within this list are concerned, they're all really, really affordable. So please check this one out, especially if you want something a bit more on the casual and relaxing side of things. Not to imply that you can't wear it formally. I think a lot of this is subjective, but I think that one especially works really well in a casual scenario when you want to put yourself at ease, when you want to induce a sense of calm or tranquility and serenity. In the number 1 spot, for the most obvious reason, I put this one in the number 1 spot just because it's the most popular Le Labo fragrance, right? So the most popular Le Labo fragrance is what? Santal 33. Santal 33 has been around for many, many years now. I have gotten a refill on my bottle of Santal 33 maybe 6 or 7 times. And I actually have 2 bottles of it. I have the big size, which is right here, which belonged to my late friend Carlos Powell, who had a channel here called Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. It says Carlos BFL on it. So I don't wear that one. I don't spray that one. I treasure it. And then I have another bottle somewhere here. But Sandalwood, Papyrus, Cedarwood, it's spicy, beautiful composition by perfumer Frank Vogel. It's amazing. If you haven't tried Santal 33, please go to the boutique, get a sample online. You can do that. But the dossier version comes so close to the original, and I love it for that reason. It's woodsy, it's spicy, it's peppery. The performance is kind of on par. Santal 33, I always said, is one of those fragrances that lasts days on skin. I mean, the longevity on it, like Patchouli 24 and many of the others, is very, very good. But the dossier is also coming quite close to the original. And of course, woody sandalwood is dossier's alternative to Santal 33. Just even smelling it off the atomizer, it just conjures up and activates the same memories for me, which I think is a testament to the similarity that this one possesses to the original. I've done a review on this one. I think I've done a review on all of these, if I'm being honest with you. I've acquired many dossier fragrances throughout the years. I think it's a solid brand. They do a fantastic job at reverse engineering a lot of really popular DNAs, both niche and designer. But in any case, 5 Le Labo alternatives. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do you want me to do a part 2? I'm always taking requests and recommendations, so drop your comment down below. And also, if you'd like to tell me, what is your favorite Le Labo fragrance? Do you like the brand? Do you not like the brand? I always appreciate and welcome your honesty. So thank you so much for watching. And of course, if you took anything of value from today's episode, I would really appreciate it if you would consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. Thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.